The European Union's observer delegation was one of several missions which observed the events which unfolded before and after the March 2 general and regional elections. But over a month later, with still no clear winner, the EU is maintaining that it is still friends of Guyana and as such only wants what is best for the populace. EU Ambassador to Guyana Mr. Fernando Pons Canto, during a virtual interview on Kaito Radio, explained that the mission's post-elections work in Guyana had to be halted because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Observers are still, however, working from Europe. The ambassador further iterated that the window of opportunity to make things right democratically is still open, while adding that a concrete agreement on the recount process must be finalized.
I'd like to say today is not so much to look at the past or at what happened in the last few weeks, not to point fingers, certainly, because this is not our mission, but to transmit a message of hope. That we as friends of Guyana, we still think that this can be done. There is still an opportunity to complete the process democratically.
It was opposition leader Barry Jagdeo who called on the international community to impose sanctions on Guyana following the still-to-be-concluded elections process. But according to the ambassador, if there is a need for sanctions to be imposed, the EU will do so. In making his point, he referred to the Cotonou Agreement in which 79 countries from Africa, the Caribbean and Pacific, including Guyana, are all signatories.
It's an agreement which has been signed by all the African, Caribbean, Pacific countries and all the countries of the European Union. So if anybody does not respect the democratic provisions, there will be a suspension of cooperation. We have done it unfortunately, quite a few times in Africa. I was involved in several of those processes. We did it once in the Caribbean. It was in Haiti several years ago. And if there is a breach of democracy, we will do it. We will have to do it because we are bound by those provisions.
He further noted that if the EU imposes sanctions, it will have an effect on the cooperation between Guyana and the European Union. He added that it would be regretful if the EU cuts its cooperation ties with Guyana.
And we have a huge amount of development cooperation with Guyana. I would hate it, personally, to see that interrupted, because I know how important it is. I would hate it. But at some point, there is a question of credibility.
Javone Vickerie, HGP Nightly News.